Hey, what's up, guys? WolfX Christ here. This is most likely going to be the final video to respond to Grief for Hierarchy, and they just made a recent video. You can go and check that out if you want. But a few things surfaced, and I just want to make sure that everything's put completely in context. There's an old video, or interview I should say, of myself talking to somebody else named Dirty Worker about 1 to 2 years ago, and we were just talking about how you can protect yourself online when it comes to people who want to personally harass you, who want to take real life, put it in the video game, like booters, doxers, stuff like that. What they've done is they've taken some stuff out of context in that interview. They've tried to publicize it and make it as if I do that for fun. I don't do that. I don't do stuff like that. Back in the day, I was toxic towards toxic people, and I have no problem admitting that. Me personally, I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect dude, and I'm not going to try and justify every single thing that I've done in my past. I can guarantee that every single person who is dick riding Grief for Hierarchy and all their videos that they're trying to make, I can say that you guys aren't perfect either, and I have no issue nor am I insecure by saying I am very far from perfect. But for me personally, yeah, 100%. I was toxic towards toxic people. And what I'm going to play here is a clip of the beginning of that live stream that he conveniently cut out to where they're actually talking about some of the stuff that I've been doing, or some of the good stuff that I've done for the people in the community that were getting harassed and bullied by people who tried doxing others for no reason, for people who tried posting personal information for no reason. So let's take a listen to that clip right now.
So what we're doing tonight is we're gonna have Bobby on. For those of you who don't know, Bobby Christ is somebody who I know from Instagram and from playing GTA and other things. He's a guy that I've known now for probably about a year, I would say. What do you think, kid? Something like that, right? A year, maybe a little bit longer.
I haven't known him that long.
All right, I've probably known him for at least a year, I would say, just roughly speaking. And for me, always been like a super chill guy, like really easy going. I talk to him about all kinds of stuff, and we just kick it and have fun together. I had no idea that this kid is like friggin' like Kim Jong-un with nuclear weapons, like ready to go if you mess with him. I literally had no idea. He was just like a chill dude that I used to kick it with. And then I started seeing when people would get out of line on the internet and start like posting people's personal information, booting people off a line. You got people doing things that are out of order, right? You got people threatening people, saying, I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to send people to your house. Like, really taking stuff beyond the game. And then all of a sudden, here comes this guy, Bobby Christ. And, we like to call him Bat Bob now because he's like Batman.
Dun, 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 Bat
Bob. Right? Like, if he catches you, I'm telling you right now, for those of you who are into that kind of nonsense, you're some little 15-year-old who thinks he's slick and you're talking trash and posting people's Facebook information, all of a sudden, Bobby slides in the mix and he will wreck you.
One thing I specifically don't like is not the shit talk. The shit talk I have no problem with, right? If people want to go ahead and say, oh, Wolf, Bobby, Persona, I don't like any of you, you're all ass. That does not bother me. Once you play video games online long enough, shit talk doesn't really faze you as much as it used to when you first started, right? What I don't like is people that give accusations with no proof, and the proof they have is little to none. Things that are fabricated, taken out of context, and just plain out lies, right? In Blue Collar's video, you see him literally just sitting in a moonshine track listening to short nips and pieces of this interview. A 2-hour-long video, mind you. A 2-hour-long video, which is an interview between myself and this guy, Dirty Worker, right? He's talking to me, asking me how certain things work, how certain people acquire information about others, and how people get harassed. This whole interview was conducted just so I can explain to people what they can do to protect themselves, how they can avoid being booted, how they can avoid being doxxed. What is it that they can do to help themselves have some sense of security while they play video games online? And that was taken completely out of context, right? It's interesting how in a 2 hour long video, they have maybe a handful of clips to where they think I'm incriminating myself by explaining how things work. This video, if anyone would like to check it out, you can just type in Bobby Christ in the search bar and you'll find it. It's like one of the first that pop up. If I honestly thought that this was incriminating in any way, if I thought that I would get quote unquote exposed or something like that, I wouldn't have done this interview, right? I wouldn't have allowed this video to be kept on as long as it has, right? I believe it was published in 2018, I think, so it's about 1.5, 2 years of this thing being up. If I found this incriminating in any way, I wouldn't have kept it up. I'm friends with this dude. I would have just been like, hey, take it off. But I didn't. Do you know why? Because it's meant to help people. This 2.5 hour interview is me talking to this guy, answering his questions, so the people who are watching his live stream know what they can do to protect themselves. Right? So what we're going to do is I'm going to play a few clips. I'm also going to get down some notes here that I took, and hopefully we can explain some things. All right. So let's go about some of these screenshots and some of the notes that I wanted to bring up before anything else. Here you can see this dude DS Glogad, and he starts talking, saying, stuff like, okay, well, at 48 minutes, you can see him talk about this, this, and this. At 58 minutes, you can see him talking about this, this, and this. Right? That's just not true. We'll play what actually happens at 48 minutes first, just because this is a prime example of what I mean when things are just taken out of context, right? So let's take a look at that clip real quick. When it comes to things like social security numbers, credit cards, I mean, that takes a lot longer, but it's definitely possible. I mean, realistically, any type of legal information that you have that is printed and scanned and it's sent somewhere online, it is definitely possible to get. Will it take time? Sure, but it's definitely possible to get.
Stuff you can do. Like, once you have that information, like, what can you do with it?
With any of that information, essentially, you can just harass them until the cows come home. Really, with an address, you can do a lot of things. Where you can SWAT them. If people don't know what swatting is, you can literally just YouTube it. It's when you just call a SWAT team to someone's house.
But that's like
really
seriously illegal, yeah.
Yeah. It is illegal. It's I'm pretty sure it's a felony in most states, and people can get killed.
So as you can see, I played 2 separate clips. The first clip was what this dude Glogad said, which was at the timestamp of 48 minutes. Then the second one was at 57 to 58 minutes. Both separate clips. I'm not saying I specifically am going out of my way and doing this for fun or for pleasure or because I don't like people. It's me just explaining what could happen to you. Because as in everything else in this video that was posted by GFHY Career, 99% of what they did was take shit out of context. Just like in the first and second clip, I'm explaining how this could happen to you. If you're not safe with your information, if you put your information out there publicly, that it could happen to you too. One thing that they've done again in this video is try and put this recording of my member, Persona, and this other girl, Alexis, that they helped influence to get into this whole stage. Now, in all honesty, the recording does them more harm than good. The reason why I say that is, number one, because first, in this clip I'm about to show you, you can tell clear as day that she's flirting with him, she's coming on to him, and she's just, again, just being the bimbo, oh my god, you are so funny, I love you, sort of thing. So, you guys listen to this clip and make your own decision here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to eat me?
What?
You want to eat me?
I mean, like I said, it's clear as day that this girl went out of her way to target my member to try and set up this whole charade to make it look like my guy purposely went after her. When in fact, she said she was 19. In fact, grown men from Grief or Hierarchy, 25 to 30 years old, instructed her what to say sexually to my member, right? So what's really weird here? That my guy who flirted with a girl who she then said was 19, or a girl who quote unquote is under the age and listening and instructed and groomed by grown men, even older than I am, on what to say sexually towards another person. What's really in the wrong here? Doesn't that seem a little strange to you, to anybody else watching these videos, right? One thing I did want to point out here is I just really want to drop this pedo thing, right? I'd like to try and say that I personally am a pedo. There's absolutely, again, it's completely fake. Try to say they run a background check on me. They don't even know my name, so I think that's funny. But one thing I did want to do is just clear my boy persona, right? I didn't want to put this in the previous video just because I didn't really feel like it was right. But now, since they want to push it, they want to personally attack him. We did some research, and we looked around. In the state of Florida, age of consent is 17. In the state of Texas, age of consent is 17. So, there's no pedophilia. It's not a thing, right? So, you can take that out of your mouth because it's just overused and it's annoying. And the only reason these people are saying it is because we accused and also proved IE's, which was the silencer, of being a pedophile. We accused Uncle Daddy, and he went out of his way and talked about fucking little kids. We have a voice recording of that as well. Conveniently, once we put that out there, now we're the pedos? What? That's interesting. Right? There's also proof from Alexis. And here she is, I'll show the screenshot, of talking about how this whole thing was organized. It was a planned thing. It was planned. Here's another screenshot of this dude, social engineer, saying that, oh yeah, it was planned, you fell for it, right? This other wannabe skid hacker, quote unquote, just honestly some kid with a stressor, who pulls IPs, who thinks he's God. So, we'll get on that kid later. But, again, please, 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 understand that there is so much more to this story that you guys don't see. What in the fuck? What in the fuck was that? What the fuck did I just watch? What the fuck? Are we role-playing here? Oh, Jesus Christ.
WolfXP decided it'd be a good idea to try and take my video down, saying that it's incriminating him. Well, it is incriminating. That's exactly why he wants it taken down.
No, actually, what it is false propaganda. It's slander. It's defamation, right? What you're trying to do is damage his character, right? And it's not that, oh, I feel like what I've done is wrong. It's not that at all. It's illegal. It's a felony. You are stupid. In the state of Florida, it is illegal to record a phone conversation. Whether it be on Discord, whether it be on Snapchat, if it has to do with their verbal audio, it is illegal without their consent, right? What you and your grooming adults did, trying to get some girl to go and talk to my member, is illegal. It's actually illegal. It is a class 1 felony. You are not allowed to do that. It had nothing to do with, oh, I just feel so bad. It's illegal. And it's defamation, right? So get your head out of your ass and understand you are not that important, son. See, now I wanted to get to this specific timestamp, right? Because at this timestamp is when he goes on a little tangent and says, oh, well, there's not much they can do, or what is it, make fake screenshots or whatever. And I want you guys to listen to this clip before I bring up this next point I have, right?
Girl. And nothing Wolf Nation can say or do or make fake screenshots is going to change that.
So he said make fake screenshots. right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way to 17 minutes and 8 seconds, because that's what we're going to, at 4 seconds right here.
That's a freak to the side.
So he says that this screenshot is fake, or the screenshots we provided were fake, right? Now, if you look at the whole thing, this is a picture of the video that we posted. He's trying to say that Photoshop is real. Yes, we know Photoshop is real. He's pointing at this. What the fuck are you pointing at, right? He's pointing at this. What the fuck are you pointing at? You're pointing at the fucking emoji. You're pointing at this. What are you pointing at? There's nothing there, right? You can look really fucking close, and it is pixelated around this area, but it's not like a rectangle. It doesn't look like it's a just complete rectangle, right? It's just blobs. You know why? Because you took a screenshot of a fucking video, put it in another video, and fucking rendered it 3 times. Right? It is bound to look this shitty when you go ahead and re-render something like this 3 to 4 times, right? But let's go ahead and show actual proof of actual fake screenshots. And I have right here screenshots of a dude named Chopper Glory. He's actually in a crew called KYW, or a KYW alliance with Winterfell and all these people. We fight them on the daily. We don't like them at all. I'm not friends with this guy. I don't like any of them. But even he said he tried out the screenshots. He did the Photoshop test. And here is a screenshot of him saying, they're not fake. I did it by myself with the screenshot that was provided, and it's not fake, right? But let me show you some screenshots that 100% are fake. So if you look carefully here, you'll go ahead and see that this is a picture that quote-unquote has been circulating of Persona saying, oh, well, I knew she was underage, this. But if you compare it to the screenshot next to it, if you look carefully around his name, around all the other shit like associated with the message, the name, all that, there is a slight box around everything. But if you put that to the side on the second screenshot right next to it, there's no box around any of the messages, right? That's a little strange. I'm trying to understand how these can be perceived as real when there is clear evidence to where anybody who has the original screenshots, I implore you, take the screenshot, put it in like a picture editor or something. You can download Pixart or PS Express or whatever, just some free app. Turn the saturation up, turn the brightness up, turn the contrast up. You can do this all by yourself, right? So we're not the ones providing the evidence. We're the ones providing you what you can do by yourself, so you can prove it to yourself and see whether I'm lying or not. And you can see that these are 120% fake, right? What's also interesting is in this next screenshot of Persona, that's quote unquote Persona, why is his profile picture not there? Why is his profile picture not there? That's very interesting, right? And look at the cell phone carrier, right? That's very interesting. If you go to all these other screenshots, they all have the same cell phone carrier. And it's provided by MLG Chicken Slayer. I am 120% confident that it is him who's making the fake screenshots, because when he was asked for proof, when he was asked for, well, what account did you play on when so-and-so messaged you, he refused to give the account. I 100% know that you are the one who's making the fake screenshots. You're pathetic, and in all honesty, you're a complete hypocrite. You come to my face and you go ahead and say, oh, well, I don't have time for this, and this thing. But you do. You have way more time than I do. And you're the one making fake screenshots. It's absolutely pathetic. One thing that I did want to briefly bring up is just the fact that they're trying to say that we're buying subs and we're buying views and shit like that. More or less that we're just buying views. In all honesty, when it comes down to it, I'm not going to try and explain something that's, I wouldn't say complicated, but you have to understand the algorithm of YouTube. Here, I'm showing just as an example, people like PewDiePie and a lot of other people on the internet, they lose subs and they lose views. This is a very real thing that happens. Unfortunately, our video did really, really well. I'd say a few days before the new year started, and because the new year started, pretty much what it did was it just wiped through shit and it took away some views. That's literally what happened. I mean, again, you can see big YouTubers like fucking PewDiePie go through the exact same thing with the fucking algorithm. So that's pretty much all I want to say about the fucking views and shit. Because you know, in all honesty, we have no fucking reason to do that. I mean, our fucking show was getting more views anyway. So that's that.
You know, literally is somebody who, in my opinion, really is trying to do the right thing. Like, he's the type of dude that can knock you out, but he's really trying not to. So I find that very admirable. Yeah, he's a really chill dude. He's a really chill dude, and
He's so funny.
yeah, and I think a lot of people have the wrong opinion about him because of maybe how he was in the past and sort of, you know, again, what he's capable of and what he's done in, you know, recent events with certain individuals who have gotten out of order and had to get, you know, a lesson.
Get got.
Had to get got. So he, you know, I think that it's very easy for people to sort of like paint him with one brush and say, you know, he's the type of dude that will do X, Y, and Z. When in reality, as far as I can tell, he's a pretty chill guy who is very sincere in, quite frankly, not liking to see people get bullied. He's somebody who doesn't like bullies, and if he catches you bullying people, he has the ability to bully you back. So what I really want to do is make sure that I am personally doing everything I can to maintain a secure posture. So we're going to have Bobby on, and he's going to talk about some of the things that gamers can do to make sure that they are, you know, maintaining a security posture that protects them to the greatest extent possible.
It's super easy to take things out of context. It's super easy to take things out of context within a 2-hour-long interview, right? What they've done is they tried to take what's most quote-unquote incriminating to somehow use it against myself, the crew, and the AGA, right? If anybody knows anything about me, I am the first to tell you, step in, don't step back. If you have the opportunity to help people, there should be no reason that you don't. That's my number one rule when I talk to recruits. That's my number one rule when I talk to possible members or associates of the AGA. Right? The fact that these people were trying to go ahead and demonize everybody else that's against them is ridiculous. Right? That doesn't really irritate me, but what does irritate me is when they take things out of context. Right? At 29 minutes and 21 seconds, I say that I've been in kind of the scene or the community for about 7 years. He says 7 years he's been into booting people and doxing others. That's not true. That's not what I said. I said in about 7 years I've been around the community, right? Online community. That literally is the most broad answer that you would get. And they try to make it saying, oh, look at how long he's done this. At 20 minutes and 15 seconds, he says, you're lying to the Red Dead community. I thought you didn't boot. That's not at all what I said in any of this bit. What happened is me saying I was toxic towards people who sent other people their girlfriend's nudes, underage girls' nudes, doxing others, booting others. I was 100% toxic towards those people, right? I have never had to go out of my way and boot someone on any game because I couldn't win a fight. I love fighting. I have no interest on booting anybody on Red Dead. You know why? Because I enjoy getting the clips. I enjoy killing you and making montages out of it. You are dumb and goofy. I'm sorry. But stop taking things out of context, man. It makes you look really fucking weak. When you do propaganda, when you do publicity stunts like this, it makes you look fucking weak. You're talking about buying views. Why is it that that past video that you made got 2K views, right? Randomly, within like a day or so. But, you know, this new video is like, what, 300 fucking views? What's going on, Willis? What's going on? I don't know. When it comes down to it, you guys are shady as fuck. You're an actual griefing crew. A toxic griefing crew. Who has booters. It's already been confirmed. You've had booters in your crew, right? You've already been exposed for having a pedophile, like an actual pedophile. That dude IEs, an actual pedophile in your crew, right? On top of that, he's a racist. You've had other racists in your crew, right? Uncle Daddy started talking about fucking little kids. Alright? And on top of that, it's just your guy's purpose is to harass people. Why are you crying? I'm just curious. Why the fuck are you crying to anybody? You're pathetic. You are the fucking dick cheese of the community. Stop. Harrison Ford, stop. You sound like your nose is fucking congested when you speak. You sound like you need a goddamn Claritin clear, man. Over here making these fucking 30-long-minute videos of you just sitting in a goddamn moonshine bar listening to SpongeBob. This has to be a meme. Do you know why I didn't make a video the first, second, or third day? Because it honestly, like, it wasn't damaging at all. The only reason I'm making this is because so many of these people, so many of these dick riders have gone out of their way. Oh look, Wolf took an L, Wolf this, Wolf that. I'm just putting stuff in context, and you guys, by all means, can decide who had the better story and who had the better facts. I frankly don't give a fuck. The thing I find funny is your members, you, a lot of other people in this NWA and Grief Hierarchy are trying to say that we're the ones who got personal. We are the ones who are going out of their way trying to invade their personal lives. But is that true? I mean, if that was true, where are the screenshots of that? Where's the proof of that? I'm just curious. Because if we're doing it as often as you're claiming, there should be some proof somewhere, right? Unfortunately, there isn't, because it never happened. But what I can say that happened is my co-leader got harassed. People went on his Facebook. People spread his personal pictures, his personal information. Right, I'm going to show you some screenshots here of Grief Hierarchy members doing that. He said he's alright with it, alright with me showing. But, you know, this did happen to a few of my other members as well, right? There are also people like this guy, Social Engineer. He's a complete fucking harmless skid who goes out of his way to try and intimidate others, and when that doesn't work, he'll just spam their inbox with some really, really cringy shit. Trying to roleplay as anonymous with some $2 fucking avatar he got on the PSN store with his mom's fucking birthday money, right? So realistically speaking, they're fucking retards. They're libtards, they're retards, and they're hypocrites, right? We have people here talking about pulling other people's IPs, booting people, fucking taking their personal information, sending fucking pictures of other people that I'm friends with or that are in my crew, yet they have the audacity to try and say that we're the ones getting personal. Take a look in the mirror, buddy. You're fucking retarded. So, I kind of wanted to end this video off with some lighthearted poking, right? So, Shane King over here says, beyond cringy, complete no-lifers. Says the dude whose whole playstyle consists of abusing aim assist on Carcano and using focus fire. But let's see what you have to say, Shane. The boy Booze says, you blackmailed a girl with her nudes because she didn't want to leave the session. Whose nudes? What? Wolf weirdos. You're talking about things you don't know, people you don't even know. Shane never blackmailed, but the wolves continue to talk shit. Ha ha ha. Yet they've gotten exposed and they're mad now, right? So they're trying to come back with the blackmailing shit. Ha ha ha. But before y'all start to get rid of all the registered sex offenders off your community, it's disgusting. Blah. Wait, Shane, let's rewind. I'm confused. You've never blackmailed someone before? Wait, so this isn't you? Wait, that's not you either? Wait, hold on. This isn't a screenshot of you blackmailing someone? Fuck. I guess we got the wrong guy, boys. Let's go here to Schofield's. This is something I never really brought up, but I got some huge piece of information about Wolf Nation. Wow, what asshole racist and pedos share your stories about WolfX underneath this post, good or bad. So, when you think about it, right, 335 people actually went out of their way to vote, right, which is awesome. As you can see, I voted as well. 49%, which is the majority, said they're all rumors. 13% said we're griefers, 12% said we're booters, and then 27% says we're pedos. So literally over like 120, 200 people said that they're fake. If you actually go in the comments here, you will see a lot of really nice comments about us. Innocent, 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 innocent. You know? Like, look at this. Like, literally just a lot. I mean, there are 100% people like grooving guns. This dude right here. Let me just put it out here. This dude is actually dog shit, but we're not gonna get into that. But there are 100% people in here that talk shit, and then there are a lot of people here that said really nice shit. You know what I mean? So it's like even something that was here directly to dog shit to us just backfired 100%. You know, it's just really funny. It's really just funny to see things kind of come together like that, and you know, just funny as hell. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video to kind of sit down, see the facts, what's going on with the whole story here, and you know, I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you guys for watching.
But I'm not done yet. 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 But I'm not done yet.
It was when I was trying to join, and I would always join on Persona because he'd always want to talk to me and make me like get used to you guys, and same other way around.
Yep.
And she'd get so mad, and she'd get really toxic, and then she'd call me a bitch because I was with Persona, and then she would leave the lobby because Persona would hang out with me, and I'd shoot her because like there was no reason to be mad at me over a game.
Yeah.
And then I remember Persona talking about it and Mr. Jolly Rain talking about it. Talking about how she lied to him about her age.
Yeah.
And yeah, just a really nasty girl. She's done it with multiple people. He's not the only one.
So what do you mean, like, done it? Like, be a little more specific.
Like, lied about her age with other people. He's not the only one she's done it with. And then her going around and, you know, exposing them. But she was told to do it by Uncle Daddy to make this wolf video amazing. Which, I'm not a rat on both sides, but, like, they're in the wrong because they're exposing personal information, and that's not cool.
So, do you know anybody she's done this with?
Do you know, oh my god, what is his name? She used to hang out with him all the time. Do you know who AK is?
AK, no. Do you know a gamer tag, maybe?
He hangs out with vicious murderers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Okay.
She's done it to some other guy, but I forgot his gamer tag. They were like online dating. She was actually talking to him.
Was it some dude in the Saints?
Yeah, him.
Yeah. Hold up. Is his name Ash?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, I've talked to him. So what about him? I spoke to Ash already. So what did she do to him that I don't?
I was told that she lied about her age to him as well.
Oh, really? That's great. Oh, who did you hear that from? From Ash?
No, from Jolly.
Jolly, okay. Okay, so Jolly, so just to make sure, so Jolly told you that she lied about her age to her previous ex, the same Jolly who's in Grief for Hierarchy.
She didn't tell Jolly, but
Jolly found out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jolly found out.
Jolly tells everyone, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. So he knew, so you're telling me that he knew that she's lied about her age before because of how he found out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's not a secret then. Cool. Okay. So, like, I don't know, like, how long have you known her, out of curiosity?
Personally, I haven't tried to. Let's see, I've run into her 4 times.
I mean, obviously you guys aren't like completely best friends, but you guys know of each other, right? So I'm sure you've known of her for a while, right? If you kind of understand who she is as a person.
Yeah, I know more about her than she probably knows about me.
Gotcha. So, can you like kind of go into, because you kind of were talking to Dova, and you were kind of dropping the hint that she actually really liked Persona, right?
Yeah.
So why do you think that?
I mean, you can ask Persona himself too. She would text
Oh yeah,
him.
no, we've asked him. We've asked him. It's just the problem is that pretty much because of what's going on, if Persona were to say the sky is blue,
like a liar.
yeah. He could say the sky is blue. Nope, shut up, pedophile. That's pretty much what we're going at right now. So I'm just curious to see like what your take on that was.
Well, from what I know, is like the day, like I said, that I tried to join you guys.
Yeah.
She got mad. She left the session. She's called him on Discord. I know she's texted him that she doesn't like me or to have me leave the session because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I can say, but definitely that phone call too, that was a force. Like, it wasn't forced, but they had her do it to make him look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I do know too.
So you're saying they forced her to do it?
Yeah, they were like, "Can you do it so we can make this video look good?" I was like, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at some screenshots here between her and Persona, and she's just saying like, "No, I didn't record anything. There's no recording," yada yada yada, all of that. So, do you think she actually legitimately has feelings for him still, or do you think she's just pissed off now, or like?
I think it's probably both pissed off because he probably didn't give her the attention, and she's receiving attention from other boys on the game that are like, okay, we don't like wolves, so expose them. And I've known about this video that was going to be made before, like, I know about this video before it wasn't even going to get put out because of Jolly.
So you knew about the video being posted, or you knew about the creation of the recording?
I just knew that they were gonna make a video, not the whole recording part.
Yeah, no, we've known about this for a while too. We've been baiting them to drop the video. So, because we had the thing is, what's his name, Uncle Daddy? He had said to Dova, "Well, if you guys had proof, you would have dropped it already." Well, I mean, not necessarily. We keep everything, just in case we need something. But we wanted them to drop the video first to see what we're dealing with, so then we could have a counter. Which, I mean, we were able to counter 20 times with our video. But yeah, so I mean, because you're obviously, so what? You're friends with Jolly. Like, are you associated with any of those crews?
They try to have Descendants and I join, but we're both of like, we like to do our own thing and not get involved in the drama.
Yeah.
I was gonna join, but I'm really close to Jolly, even if it's a game, and I don't like when people single him out, so I tried not to join. And then I've had friends of on my side, they don't join because Uncle Daddy's a pervert, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Why do people say that?
They say just the way he talks to some girls, and that he can be a pervert. Yeah.
Have you witnessed that at all with other people? I mean, obviously, it probably didn't happen to you, but have you witnessed that at all with other people? Like him talking to a certain girl a certain way?
I haven't witnessed it, but there's a lot of girl praising with him.
Really? What do you mean by that?
Like, oh, this girl's much better than this guy, and then he'll be like, yeah, and if wait, there's this one girl, oh my god, I forgot her name, but he was like, oh, if I can have her, I would get her, but I don't want her because she's too fat. What's Samantha? Do you know her, ex-Blackwater Griefer?
Oh, fuck, yeah, no, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he said if he
That's-
wanted her, he can have her, but she's too fat, so he doesn't want her. And I was like, oh, how sad.
Oh, okay. So these people kind of warn you about Uncle. You said that they told you, hey, don't join. Uncle's a bit of a pervert. So are those people like affiliated with him?
They don't associate with him because of how he is.
Gotcha. So are they kind of on neutral sides with him? Are they like in the same like alliance group as an example, or do they just know each other?
I think they've hung out before, but now they just completely cut him off because
of that
how
stuff.
it's changed. Yeah.
Yeah. So would you how would I put it? What do you mean by like him changing, like the pervy shit? The getting toxic side. Like,
Both.
really? Okay. All right. It's pretty interesting, I guess. I didn't really know a whole lot about the pervy shit.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not doing this to put Uncle Daddy down, and I'm not doing this to have your guys' side or have either side. I'm not on either side, but for them to make Persona look like that, that's really messed up, and I don't agree with it at all. And it's like, karma does suck, and if they need me, I'm gonna be there, but that's just wrong. Really wrong. And I side with Persona's side. But I'm not on any side, if that makes sense.
I mean, he's just your friend, that's it, really.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna have his back.
Yeah. So, besides that, is there like anything else you think of importance that needs to be brought up, like stuff about Alexis, stuff about Grief Hierarchy, Uncle Daddy, anybody else, like literally anything that you think that would help, kind of with the case that we got right now?
I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I don't really care for him too much. It starts with like he was talking to Dova. It starts with an L, Outlaw, something like that.
Oh, you're talking about Lone Outlaw. You mean Harrison Ford? Or not Lone Outlaw. You're talking about Blue Collar Outlaw.
Yeah,
he's the
that's
Canadian
the
guy.
booter. Yeah,
That's the
little booter.
Let's rewind. That's the booter. How do you know that?
What is the booter? Cause my friend Jolly. Yeah.
What about Jolly?
He just tells me everything that goes on.
So Harrison Ford, you're talking about Blue Collar Outlaw, the dude that has like L3, all this other shit in his name, like the dude who his name looks like he fucking typed it with his left fucking foot on steroids. Alright,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah.
So you're saying that Jolly told you that he's a booter based off of his interaction with... Interesting. That's crazy. That's
I know,
crazy.
right?
And Jolly's in Grief Hierarchy, so I'm sure he'd know who the booter is then. Right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because Jolly knows everything.
Jolly is like he's like a vulture. He doesn't really do anything, he just likes listening to drama. So that's crazy. So just to make sure, a Grief Hierarchy member, which is Jolly Rain, told you that another Grief Hierarchy member, which is Blue Collar, the same Blue Collar Outlaw that posted that video, is the booter in their crew.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I
Bruh
know,
on the
right?
beat. Like, bruh. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, would you look at that?
Yeah, I'm not a really big fan of them, so.
Yeah, trust me, neither are we. So let me ask you, do you know anything about, and obviously I don't think you would, and I'm just obviously asking you to ask, but do you know anything about any of these fake accounts that are being made, or these fake screenshots of Persona that are surfacing?
I don't know about the Persona one, but I know
Really?
that somebody, from what I heard, somebody named Chicken made a Wolf X Tricks
Oh, wow.
account.
So you're saying Chicken's the one who made it?
Yeah, and they switched the I to an L or something like that to make it look like it said WolfX Tricks.
Huh. So where did you hear that from? Or did...
I think you already know who I'm gonna say I heard that from.
So you heard it's from? Okay, yeah, I know. Just for the sake of the video, I just I don't want people being technical in the comments. Well, she didn't actually say. She was just implying. Because that's the type of shit that they do. So that's crazy. So Jolly, and again, like just for anyone who doesn't understand, right? So Jolly actually is in Grief for Hierarchy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. Oh. I'm telling you right now, this has been awesome. I appreciate you coming to talk to us and help us out here because, I mean, people may love us or hate us on the game. Honestly, it doesn't really bother me personally. But when people try and take it into real life, they try to damage someone's personal life. They try to, get people's personal information. Not even yesterday, one of our members, WolfX Chrome, this dude who's friends with Grief Hierarchy, found his Facebook, found his mom, started talking about his mom and all this shit, sending in pictures of his mom's Facebook, his relatives' Facebook, starts talking about getting his address and swatting him and shit like that. And, just because one phone call was recorded with a girl who said she was 19, pretty much every mindless retard is going around saying, oh, well, Wolf deserves everything that's going on. It's just like, yeah, So, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Really
So let me ask you one more thing, right? Because there's really just one more thing that I'm curious about. What do you know about MLG Chicken, right? Because I'm sure Jolly talks about him, and I'm sure.
I honestly have no clue who that is, honestly, but I just heard the fact that they are the one that made the WolfX Tricks account. And I honestly have no idea what's going on, but if I heard that part and you're agreeing with it, then obviously,
It's like the thing is, I know he's the one who's behind these fake accounts. I know he's the one who's behind the fake screenshots. I know he's the one who's behind the fake Tricks account. It's just, genuinely, I didn't have any proof until now. Because now an actual Grief for Hierarchy member is talking to you about it, and I mean, if people want to say that we're lying, we can refer them to you or to Jolly, and there you go.
Yeah. Well,
so let me go. Does Jolly know that you're talking to us?
No.
How do you think you'll feel if we post obviously this sort of kind of questionnaire video?
See, the thing is, Dova said that you guys would cross my tag out, but I think he'll know by my voice. So,
yeah.
I think he'll be really mad at me.
So let me ask you, right? Because Jolly's your friend.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of asking because I'm curious. Jolly's your friend.
Yeah.
You don't have any affiliation with Wolf. Again, I don't think you're a bad person. Yeah, I don't think you're a bad person. You don't really. You're not friends with me. You're not friends with Dover. You're not friends with Hamby. You're not friends with a lot of people in Wolf. So yeah, I am curious. What kind of made you say, "Hey, I have to say something"?
To speak up about it, mostly because of the personal information that really took it out of line. Especially knowing that this is a game and it's fun to do, wars and free roam, and it's fun, but it's not something you should take serious and expose somebody's personal life and make them feel low, especially on a game, Persona can, at the end of the day, say it doesn't hurt him, but, if some girl called me a dumbass on a game, of course my feelings are going to get hurt just a little. So what they did, they took it too far, and that's just messed up, in my opinion.
We fucking kids, they come and stop us. Okay?
No, what you were saying before?
Oh yeah, the Reaper hierarchy fucking paramount, and I guess it's your job to come and stop us fucking all little kids in the world.
Oh, well, alright.
You know what means in my mind? You know what nigger means in my mind? It means a stupid motherfucking bumming ass motherfucking retarded ass fucking Eve. They fucking just run off and take the fucking cruise and then behind the back. That's a fucking nigger, bro. A nigger is a piece of fucking shit. That's what it is, bitch. And out here in the South, that's what it is, motherfucker. It ain't gotta be great.
This is good for hockey, boys.
Safe at last, safe at last, safe at last, safe